Hi guys. Sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry. Sorry I'm late. Let me make sure that all my settings are A-okay. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Do y'all hear me? Let me know. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Shout out to everybody. Let me see. Everybody. Thank you so much, Pika. Shout out to my beautiful, wonderful mods. Y'all know how we do it over here. We have a wonderful mod group that support me. Shout out to all my beautiful, wonderful supporters that are in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Hold up, everybody. Now, I got to, I have been sick for the last couple of, I don't know, days and whatnot. And it just keeps we're getting there. I feel like I'm much better right now. Definitely have been doing the most to get it all out and everything. I got you sick. I'm sorry. Someone got you sick. Okay, it wasn't me. Shout out to everybody. Everybody. I feel a lot better, to be fair. But welcome everybody. Good morning. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Now, let me just say something real quick, okay? Hey, Retired Red, how are you, love? I haven't seen you in a minute. Venus Blue, Pika's in the house. Don, welcome. Good morning. Ingrid, how are you? Don, everybody. Elsa, welcome. Hold up. Let's see. Kate Delight, welcome. Linzer, welcome. Let's see. You thought Tom Cruise was a bad actor? Yeah, I mean, there's that too. Literally no one is in the house. Welcome, literally no one. Shout out to literally no one. Katie, Kate, welcome. Shout out to you. Dizzy Destiny, Finji, Bridget. Wimmy is in the house. Stay Speary is in the house. Welcome. Shout out to you. Miss, how come I can't say never? Can never say your name. I don't know why. Bridget's here. Welcome. You've missed me. I missed you too. Mischief Manage. Welcome. Everybody. Wim just gifted 5 memberships. Y'all put some hearts in the chat if you've been blessed by Wim. Thank you, Wim. You guys are amazing. What a way to start on a Monday. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to everybody. Let me say something real quick, okay? Because I let me call out an elephant. Can I call out an elephant? Do I have permission? I know I just started, but can I call something out real quick? And I mean this with love. I really do, okay? I really do. Let me see if I see it here because I need to call something out. I understand the meaning behind this, Hef's googly eye hoo-ha. I know that y'all have something going on with Tommy and Reese and whatnot. I don't. You know what I mean? So I would, if you want to come back with your original account, come back with your original account. I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't have a problem with Tommy and Reese. I don't know what happened. I'm not in between. And I know that Marilyn would never make me choose. Neither would any of the parties that are involved in that. I've been made aware of what's been happening with that situation. I support Marilyn and everybody else in there. But if that account is meant to troll them, I don't want that happening in my chat. So come back with your original account and let's talk about it because we really got some stuff to get into. Okay. Shout out to everybody. That's how I feel. That's the stance that I'm taking. Y'all can be upset with me for saying that, but that's how I feel. Can we agree to that? Let me know. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Release the elephant. The elephant is right there in the room. You know what I mean? You missed. Well, shout out to you. Thank you. Okay, let's get it together. No, and I'm not, and I'll never. I just want everybody to know that I'm not in the know of everything that's going on. And in order for us to really get our shit together when it comes to this, we got to understand that it's either you have a choice to make. You either like participate in it or you actually address it. And I'm going to fucking address it because I'm so tired of the back and forth that's been going on. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. Okay. I don't know what's been going on over there. I have no problems with Reese or Tommy, and I'm not about to have one today because what is going on over there has got nothing to do with me. Okay. Deal. Let me know. All right. All right, cool. I love it. Y'all are saying that. Okay. Thank you. You have arrived. Shout out to everybody. All right, let's get it together. So first of all, let me just say that it in the last 6 or 7 months, 6 months, because I was tracking this for quite some time. I did a video and this was June 17, 2024. So it was literally dead in the summer. Okay. I did a video where I invited someone that I respected initially. I invited them over to talk, to do an interview about just staying focused and, what was going on, who was a bad actor. This whole bad actor thing kind of came about, I want to say a good 6, 7 months ago. I didn't really understand like what was up with that, especially because I thought we had a pretty wholesome conversation. And then I want to say maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks after that, then it became something else where I had to do another video where I had to correct a lot of the things that were being said. I let that go 6 or 7 months and moved the hell on, right? I went about talking about SPTV, the protesters, loved that everybody was working together. I mean, was very respectful to all the good things that this person was doing. Okay. In the community, especially because I felt like maybe this person is just a misunderstood individual. That's how I perceived him, right? I understand what it's like to be around misunderstood people, but then at some point, the shit's got to change. Things have to change. Not a bunch of people can be wrong, right? And so I have to kind of like sit back and think about this and reflect because I didn't know that after I did my video 6 months ago, there were other clips of this individual consistently talking about me protecting predators or me being a bad actor. And I wasn't even sure what predator did I protect. I was so confused by it all. Thank you. The bad actor was dehumanizing as hell, right? And I wasn't like at first I was like, okay, this is cute. Like, is this a thing that people say? Maybe it's a Scientology thing, because back then that's when we were coming from the dead agenting, the stuff that I was going through. And I know everybody was going through something, right? Please. So when this shit happened, I was taken aback because I didn't talk back about DOA. I didn't say anything wrong. I moved on and went about my business. You guys never heard me badmouth him, but yet I heard a lot of people attacking me from that community one way or another. There was nothing that I could have done, and I didn't understand whatsoever. So it left me baffled because ultimately it was wonderful when everybody was working together, and then it was not. Like it just went to shit. It has stirred so like a lot of people in this community have been pushed away one way or another. And we're not mincing words today, okay? Nobody in this community is what's the word? Innocent, okay? Um whatsoever. We all could have done better in one way or another, whether it's communicating with each other. We could have done something a little bit different. I know I could have. I could have done a gazillion things that have been different, right? But I just coming from what we were in the earlier part of the year, right? Last year to where we are right now, to like everybody can get it. I'm just so amazed by it. I blocked every troll, and I say troll, and I apologize because they're not trolls. I need to understand, how is it that anybody that speaks ill of this person is a pedo protector? How is that? I don't know what pedos I'm protecting. Can y'all let me know what pedos we've protected on this channel? Which ones? I don't even know half of the people, like the paranoia behind who we are protecting. I don't know. I blocked and I moved on. Even the people, like anybody that spoke ill of this person, this man right here, I blocked because I understand what it was like to have people, talk shit about you online. It's happened to me. But then he did it to me. He decided to conjure trolls that have harassed me many years and put them on videos and edited videos as hit pieces towards me. And I never did that to him. So the minute that I shout out the people behind the accounts that have been exposing him, he gets scared. The minute that I have shouted out the people, he gets upset. Why is that? Is it possible that the people behind the DOS account, Dadnat, these other accounts that have come into the, into taking clips and using his own words, because they're not putting in shit. It's his words. These are things that are coming out of his words. Kind of hard to call that defamation, right? If it's coming out of you. Putting it on accounts and then having, things being, you're spewing this and then you're contradicting yourself 6 months later. You're spewing this and then you're contradicting yourself 6 months later. I got called out for a lot of shit. I see Aaron in the chat, right? Let me tell you something. I know I saw him here. Okay. You guys don't know the conversations that I've had with Aaron outside of here, right? Is Aaron somebody that is perfect? Hell to the hell no, right? But one thing I didn't do, okay, he's like, hi, raise your hand, Aaron, in the sea of people. I don't think that there's any perfection in Aaron. I don't think that that's ever expected of him. I think that there is a level of, people want a level of what's the word, accountability in the things, but with accountability they want information, right? There's things between whatever has happened with Aaron and Jenna that we will never know because it is not of our business. At the end of the day, one thing that Jenna said in her videos, because let me address this shit right here, right? She did her videos for accountability purposes, whatever that meant for her. Okay. Being with Aaron Smith Levin doesn't define Jenna. Jenna Miscavige is a fucking badass. Okay. Don't get it twisted. All right. And I hate the fact that people have reduced her and her words. Like, let me just say that much. Is it just me that as a woman that I'm like, girl, like, first of all, people have used her words to put in like fill in the blanks things, right? When her words have been her words, whatever it may have been, whatever the situation may have been. She never asked anybody to hashtag justice for Jenna. She never asked that. There was an account when she took down her videos, there was an account who decided to re-upload her videos. And she was in the comments of those accounts. And she kept telling these people, hey, that's really hurtful towards me. So if you're saying that this woman is a victim, aren't you re-victimizing her one way or another by re-uploading it? And then the person has the audacity to say, well, we're just exposing. We're exposing Aaron. Oh, okay. So you're re-uploading her videos to what exactly? Like, it wasn't enough to have her words. Like, to me, the things that she said, they're already here. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, I don't even need a timestamp. I could tell you where she said this and that and the other. If you're part of this community, you kind of heard what she said, right? And in no way am I like, there's nothing for me to, what's the word? Excuse Aaron's behavior. Aaron knows he fucked up, right? Royally, period, point blank. He said it himself. Okay. I'm not here to fix Aaron's reputation. He doesn't need me. He doesn't need me. The man has got a much bigger account, much different following. Shout out to him. He can do it. Okay. But what I don't appreciate is people coming up here and telling me you have to denounce the person. I can denounce the behavior. I don't have to denounce the person. I can denounce this man's behavior, DOA's behavior. That doesn't mean that I completely denounce the person as much as I don't necessarily care for him. If 6 or 7 months down the line, this man says, you know what? I got my shit together. I realized where I fucked up. Maybe I'm ready for a conversation. Things might look a little bit different. Okay, I might revisit that. But that is on me. That is on me, not anybody else. Right? I can denounce the behavior. I don't have to denounce the person. And by the way, as somebody who has worked with people that have gone through shit, that maybe are delayed in certain aspects in their lives, like how to behave in a relationship, how to not cheat, right? These things, how to deal with things like this, right? Or maybe even coercive control, things like that. It takes time for people to get there. But I'm not going to come up here and bring a bunch of definitions from google.com and no shade, but honestly, like I'm just not going to do that because I know that it's deeper than that. It really is. I was hurt by, let me tell y'all something. The reason why I cried the other day when this video is because you guys really have the audacity to think that I would support or stand up for anybody behaving that way. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But just because you don't move me and you think that you can tell me how to move or stand up now, denounce it, do this way. No, no. I wasn't raised in a cult. I wasn't. So I cannot. I cannot. I will tell you, that woman right there is a badass woman, Jenna. Okay? Y'all may see her as I'm just saying, like, I don't underestimate anybody. I was watching Natalie yesterday, right? And she even in her video, she was really kind of coming down and being upset and opening her heart to a lot of people, right? And a lot of people make fun of that type of vulnerability. I don't. I love her for that. Okay? She said, "I'm a badass bitch. I'm good. Like I know how. I know what Tony wanted me to do, right? I know how to get up and do what I have to do." She's right. She does. So I'm just tired in this community. Even when Marilyn said what she said in not Marilyn, I'm sorry, Miriam, in her post, that you have people inserting and putting words. Hell, even Aaron is guilty of that. Sometimes it's like, listen, sometimes you got to let Miriam, you got to let us women speak for ourselves and not some man that has to speak for us. We know what's going on, right? We do. We don't all have to agree with each other, but this tearing down of people has been happening for, and it's not just one person. Like it's not just let's tear down Aaron and blame everything on Aaron. It's let's tear down everybody that has ever supported. I've been part of that, and no matter what, right? It doesn't matter. I will say this though, and I stand by what I say. I never did anything to DOA. I want you to show me the clip where I've ever said anything bad about recently. Let me just say, okay, from the time that this is the last video that I did of him 6 months ago. Show me the clip where I ever said anything like to break this man down, to pull this man apart. Never. I'm not like that. I never did that to him, but he had no problem doing it to me and to others or twisting the words. And now he's crashing out. And now people come to me and say, hey, can you have a little empathy for him? Literally. I have people, hey, he's going through something. Can you have some empathy for him? At some point, people are responsible for their own mental health, right? I know I am. If Aaron doesn't want to get therapy, that's his choice. If another ex-Scientologist in the community doesn't want to get therapy, that's their choice. You can't force them, okay? You just can't. People that wanted to help in the community left. They were okay when if people needed money. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. How many chatathons, how many streams did Poe do? Tell me I'm lying. Let me know if I'm lying. That people got together and they donated. What did people need? Bam, done. I participated in one. Tell me I'm lying. That when people donate money, everybody's here for it. But the minute that you disagree, it just, they didn't want to. No, 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 Fancy. And guess what? We're not going to drag her either. Let me tell you why. You know why? Believe it or not, I don't know. I still don't want to get in between whatever situation is happening between Nora and Aaron because they can both address it. But let me say something real quick. Okay. I still have a lot of love and respect for that girl, even though I don't feel like it was reciprocated in the last couple of days. Okay. I don't care how people put it. Let me be very clear. Doing a 4-hour live, calling people out, and then getting threatened in the chat, right? And let me be very clear. Nora didn't send those threats. I never said that. She didn't. But the crowd that was there that is also very much in support of that clown, that asshat right there, yeah, they're much about that life. And we all know it. I know that as a woman, Nora would never have done that. I know that. And I believe her. But you know why my feelings were hurt? Let me tell you why my feelings were hurt. Not because of the things that she said about Aaron, because at the end of the day, that's between her and Aaron. And I hope that and I've said it before, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. They won't figure it out. I really can't say anything, right? My feelings were hurt because when you do a 4-hour stream, then you come in my chat with all caps and you say what you have to say, okay? As if 4 hours wasn't enough. Then you go to post chat and you say what you have to say in all caps, as if 4 hours wasn't enough. And then the following day, you do another stream. And then you tell me that I have your number and I could have called you and we could have had a conversation. You don't get to tell me how I get to react after being dragged and then threatened in your chat. Okay? You don't get to tell me, just like I can't tell you how to react to the shit that you've been through. We don't do that. You don't get to tell me how to feel. All right. That's where my feelings were hurt. Okay. Because it wasn't my fans, and I don't call them fans, I call them supporters. It wasn't them who were telling me and pressuring me, hey, hurry up. No, it was the consistent, everyday thing that happened. All right. And at some point, everybody's got to take accountability for the things that they've said and they've done. Right. I don't have an issue. I love that girl. I still love that girl, even though it pissed me the fuck off that you told that you had the audacity to say, I could have called. You had my number. I could have called you. No, girl. No. You don't get to tell me how to react. Just like I don't get to tell you how to react. Okay? And that's what I have to say about that. At the end of the day, Aaron and Nora had to they got to figure their shit out. I don't give a shit. Okay? They do. Period, point blank. That's it. That's what I have to say about that. Okay. I want to go to. Give me one sec, y'all. I got to go to William's channel. Okay. Because this is crazy. This is so freaking crazy that, let me type this up. Last night, this video really broke my fucking heart. Like it really did. I listen, not that William works with my schedule, but I really do not need to be watching these videos at night because like there was a part here that you could just see the sincerity in William's eyes, and maybe it's because he doesn't wear glasses. Cher says, did you apologize to Lindsay? I don't need to apologize to Lindsay because I never attacked Lindsay. Okay. Go watch the videos. Okay. I don't know Lindsay. Lindsay has attacked a lot of people in this community. Has she apologized to Natalie? Has she apologized to other people? I didn't say shit to Lindsay. I said that girl is being used because of the information about her relationship with Aaron at the time. That's what I said. I don't need to apologize to her. Okay. That's it. When I feel an apology is coming, it needs to be natural. I don't need you to pressure me under trust me. And you don't want a fake apology. Okay? So don't tell me who to apologize to, because that right there, we could have a conversation. Okay? We can have a conversation. If she feels like I did something wrong to her, I want her to tell me what I did to her. And I'll give her my platform so she could say it in front of everybody. Because let me tell you something. It may take me a minute to process something, but I don't run from elephants. That's for sure. Okay? It takes me a minute to process, but I don't run from shit. All right? So please don't come in here asking me that. Let her know what she feels like. Mod, can somebody drop an email? Drop my email, please. Drop my email. Because I would, like I said, I have no problems having a conversation with this girl. But you tell me, point out the video where I have badmouthed that girl. Tell me. Other than the fact that I have said what I've said, and I stand by it. Girl, she was in a relationship with this man, knowing what it was, and it is what it is. And let me tell you, that is my opinion that I have. That's not defending Aaron. Because at the end of the day, I still wonder, and I told Aaron, like, what the fuck why would you go back to this? Like, what is going on? Especially if you're in a relationship with this other woman. That's just point, but that's wrong. But that's not for me to answer. That's for Aaron to figure out, right? Like that it is what it is. Okay? And by the way, don't we all make decisions here? Don't we all, like, if I decide to go back to a person, there's got to be a level of accountability. And I'm not saying just for Lindsay, for Aaron, for Jenna, for all these adults involved. Like, let me just say what it is. Y'all need to be accountable for the shit that y'all are doing at the end of the day, including Aaron, okay? If he's been lying and manipulating, whatever the hell it is, right? But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I have to use my platform and go live and then publicly denounce a relationship or a friendship that I have here, because y'all don't move me. I don't need to do that. Hell, look at this. Is this Danny's impact? Let me know if this is you. Okay, because I've been watching your stuff too. And it's so unfortunate, the situation. Let me know. Are you Danny's impact? Let me know. Okay. I've been sick, but I've been watching. Please note that. Okay. I don't know, Asim. Like, I didn't know that I had to uh what's the word? What's the word? That I am the middle person in between, right? I'm not. I don't have to do anything. That's him. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Can Ahmad drop his channel, please? All right. I've been watching a lot of your stuff, and I want to know. I want you to know that I know you've been put in a situation that you are having to also pick. And let me just say this: you don't. You don't. Okay. Don't let these people do you this way. You don't. There's another person. Okay. And I've been watching this too, and this makes me so sad for this person. Right. She started a foundation. And I know she's not a fan of I don't even think she's ever even been in my chat, because I know that she's, a supporter of that other side. And that's absolutely fine. That's completely up to her. You know, you could tell that she started a foundation in the right place. Like, her heart was in the right place. Right. But because she didn't reach out to what was going on, now she's being canceled too. Now people are wondering about what she's doing with the monies and the foundations and stuff like that. What's the name of that person? Y'all put it in the chat, okay? Let me know. Now she's also getting thrown under the bus, okay? After being a supporter for quite a couple times, she's also being thrown under the bus. Tell me. Yeah. I could tell that she started this out of she was very excited about it. I was watching her. Okay? I was. To see this right here, I was like, "Oh my god, they really done throw this girl under the bus, and they done accused her of a bunch of shit that with no receipts, but because people have decided to, manage things and do things the right way, suddenly she's on the outs too." So If we don't agree with the narrative, people get thrown out, right? And here's hold up. And now this is Minion 52 talking about Laura and her relationship was wrong. Just like you said, Aaron's shit is his personal business. Minion, you're right. Right. But I'm also not there with them. This is William's words, right? That's your opinion too, right? And I'm not going to make you, guess what, Minion? I'm not going to say, hey, you choose. If you're over there, you can't be over here. I'm not going to do that to you. You know why, Minion? Because you can go wherever the hell you want to, right? You're free to your opinion. I promise you. Okay? It's not a cult. It's not. All right. No, they don't. Not here. It's not an airport. I just wanted to point out some of the obvious things, you know what I mean, that I have noticed, okay? This video right here, I recommend everybody to watch it, all right? Because first of all, rarely have I seen William take off his aviators, all right? And he spoke about the different things that have been happening. You know what I mean? Let me say something real quick. When he spoke about this right here, I guess this video with Solomon, shout out to Solomon. I was in the chat when this was happening. Aaron, a bunch of us were in the chat and we were watching a little bit of this. I guess this is supposed to be used. This video specifically was supposed to be somehow of a dig on William about talking about Solomon and, you know, redirecting Solomon and stuff like that. You know, when people are pulling at straws, they will do just about everything. You know what I mean? Like they will. They'll do everything, you know, to try to tear you down and break you apart, right? And this was supposed to do that. And what I saw here, I saw a man out of concern trying to direct a younger man, right? Role modeling behavior. Okay. We don't have that a lot in society right now. I don't know about you guys, especially as a woman that's raising boys. We don't have a lot of this. We don't have men stepping up and trying to direct, especially a movement that's already being established. You know what? And you know what Solomon did? He took well to direction. He didn't fight it. He didn't say, F you, yada, yada, yada. No. He just wanted to see what was the mix of everything. He wanted to see what was up. But take it, you know, leave it to somebody who's pulling at straws to try to figure out what to do here. You know what I mean? And I thought that was so interesting. And you don't get people like this anymore, right? The other part to this too, Dorothy, his attorney, when he did that interview with Aaron, and every time she's done interviews, she's spoken very highly of William because she really believes in William, right? And you could see it that the lady gets very fired up. Okay. I don't want to lose a William or a Dorothy or any of these individuals, whether it's Scientology or another fucking cult. Okay. We need people like this. I don't want to lose anybody. I don't. So I appreciate that this has been brought up. Okay. I love it. But this really made me upset because I don't know the ins and outs of people's relationships, right? I really don't. And it's not, like I said, it's not my place to say here or the other. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But when he spoke about this, maybe he has a different insight that a lot of us don't, just like other folks might have different insights on other people's relationships. Let me hit play on this, y'all.
As it should. Mind you, you hadn't been there yet. You came a few weeks later. If only I had set ground rules with you.
If only I had set ground rules with you. Hold up. This right here.
I don't have a problem with anything I said. Someone was being goofy. I called him goofy.
That's right.
I think you got over that one. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to show that just because I just wanted to get it out there. You got the Temu Alex Jones making a big deal about that. Like, oh, I got this sensational. Wait till you see how he treats the new people who come into this movement.
That's what it was supposed to do, right? Like it was supposed to expose this. It didn't.
That's how I
It
treated
didn't.
him. The right way. Set ground rules as it should. Mind you, you hadn't been there yet. You came a
Nope.
few weeks later. If only I had set ground rules with you.
Interesting. What if I had believed every troll that he calls trolls? Because I don't think they're trolls, honestly. What if I had believed everything negative that was said about this man? What if I would have never, and I think about this. What if I would have believed everything that was said from the people that emailed me? Would things have been different? Would I have been attacked? Would other people have left? Would other people have been attacked? What if we would have believed everything? And that's kind of where I'm left. Like I'm left thinking about this. You know what I mean? Right. I don't get it. I'm just glad he wasn't eating in part two scissor. The orange. The orange. But the way that he says this, it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, let me ban somebody. Yo. Thank you. Can we all have a pool? No, I can. No, James. No.
So, I mean, you guys can make of that what you want. I want to bring up something else, though. I want to bring up something that came up the other night in a video, my last live stream.
Listen, this is what got to me.
It's a message that was in one of the chats. One second here.
This is the shit that made me really cry. Okay.
How many of y'all didn't think I was going to come on tonight? You thought, oh, he set the live. He set it for 9:30, and she's like, can you private it? But that was the only time I've ever privated. I privated all of them for 3 months. But after that, it's all been public.
I need him to get to that super chat.
All right. So this is the video we just watched, right? 35-minute video. We go here to the analytics.
Oh my gosh. Let's get to the super chat.
Here's the first day. The first day it got 9,000 views.
This one right here.
9,400 views first for myself and meet you.
This right here.
Add something.
Because I was there when that super chat happened.
That was in my chat the other night.
This is important.
From one of the victims in La Poubelle. One of Danny Masterson's victims. Pull it up. You gotta bear with me. I'm just learning this shit. There we go. Now this is the message. It says, Mr. Good, I met you once and I told you that what you do has healed me. I hadn't left my home in months, but I had to see it for myself and meet you. I'm not afraid of them anymore because of you and beautiful Jessica and Hellcat and Chris and Sergio. Thank you. And I know that's from one of the actual Jane Does because she told me that when I met her face to face, how she had been scared to leave her house because of the harassment that came with being a Jane Doe. It's bad enough that they've just been victimized to begin with, but then the constant harassment afterwards by the Church of Scientology, by Danny Masterson's friends and Francois Coster and their ilk. And because of us standing up for her,
right,
it gave her the courage to come out there. Came there. And that's why you do this. If not for anything else, when it comes to this protesting stuff, that's why you do this. You're doing it for her. You're doing it for her for more than any other reason, for them. And so they need to be protected, right? I mean, common sense. They need to be protected. Unfortunately, Scott got angry at them and said he was going to protest the Jane Does.
I don't get this. Why?
Scott said he was going to bullhorn the Jane Does. He was going to bullhorn the victims.
Can y'all explain this to me? Like, why this? Like, out of the things, I don't get, this is the piece that I don't understand, right? Like, you're there for several weeks or months, you know what I mean? And you're there, you're bringing attention, you got all eyes on you. Then was everything in vain? You go to court, you deal with all this. Was everything in vain? What was the reason for all of this? Let me know. Let me know. Like, what was the reason? Was all of this in vain? Were you there that night too? Shout out to Liz Gales in the chat, y'all. Drop some hearts for Liz. I don't get it, man. That's some BS. Okay.
Bullhorn the victims. Bullhorn the victims. What is the point of being there? Why are you protesting La Poubelle if not to stand up for the victims? No. Scott chose to tell them that he was going to bullhorn them. He was going to re-victimize them. When they started getting their strength back to come out, he decided, I'm going to bully the Jane Does.
Why? Why?
What are we doing here? Lara FM, what are we doing here? Lara, when you first came out there to La Poubelle, you were there to stand up for the victims.
Ooh.
That was the main reason you were there. How do we allow somebody to threaten the victims? That he's going to protest Dandy Masterson's victims? That he's going to bullhorn the victims? Lara, I know you.
And they do know each other, right? I can't say that, but you could see that he is thoroughly upset over this. And let me just say this, like, I remember like, I wasn't there, but that one video where she's yelling, "Dad, I love you." That shit broke my heart. It still does when I watch it. Whew. When she said, "Dad, I love you." And she said it with all her might. Like, she just yelled it. Like, she had no more. She just, in her bright yellow outfit, right? I don't think the girl likes me very much. That's fine because of the things that I have said so far about her guy. That's absolutely fine. I don't, that's not what this is about. But I remember seeing her in that video and I was like, oh my God, man. Because you know what, guys? I'm very close to my dad. And if I couldn't touch my dad or if I couldn't just hug him and say, hey, Dad, I love you, that shit just breaks me. I know what that's like. That's why I don't attack Laura or anything like that because I like the girl. The way she sings, her music, her talent. I don't know her very well, but I know in my heart that, you know, her heart is in the right place. But that video, like, I wasn't there, and I would imagine how hard that would have been for her, you know, to have your dad even act like he didn't even hear you or he didn't even know who the hell you were. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit just and I know I'm not the only one because I know that other people felt it too. I know that other people saw that and broke down, but for me that was like, "Oh my God." Like, it lives in my head forever watching that and when it happened. I would think that as a survivor, especially in like a human trafficking type of cult, that you need as many resources and as many hugs and as many people out there to support you and love you, right? Like that's what you need. You need as many things and people to work together and people to come together and people to let go of bullshit that can't be fixed, but also maybe fix shit and recognize shit and actually fix people's faults. And even though somebody else in the chat said, and I had to block them because you could tell when it's a troll, you said you wouldn't talk about this, and here you are talking about this. You're right. I've been dragged for the last 6 months over shit that I haven't done. I didn't do anything to that man to attack me the way that he did. Okay. So I'm allowed to respond. Sit the fuck down with your troll account. Go in your basement. Better yet, go on Reddit. Go over there. Because they permit that kind of bullshit over there. You've lowered yourself to that, okay? Please. Girl, let me tell you something. Don't let them get to you, okay? Hold on, let me make sure I got the right girl. Don't let them get to you. You run your foundation the way that you want to, okay? All right? I know we don't know each other, but don't let them get to you. Do what you got to do, okay? Because I thought your heart was in the right place when it started. I might not necessarily agree with everything, but let me tell you, I think that anybody that's starting a foundation to help anybody that's in need should do their foundation. And not a lot of people are out here, by the way, defending people. I'm here defending myself. Okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. So shout out to you. Do what you got to do. Don't let people tear you down. Don't do that. Okay. I may sit here and I may cry and everything, but let me tell you one thing I don't do is I'm doing what I have to do and I get up and I dust it off. All right. Next, let's go. Moving on.
There is no way you're okay with that. I know you.
Mm-mm.
Laura, how do we allow this? I remember when I met Laura. It was at
Yes,
USC.
I agree.
Now, when you meet Laura,
I agree, Tinkle. I agree when you say this. I think that ultimately, and just like just like anybody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like putting people's words in people's mouths or anything like that. Do what you got to do. I'm not here to diagnose or anything like that. That's the worst thing that you can do in any situation. And I'm not here to tell people who to pick or anything. I know Aaron has never made me pick, ever. He's never said to me, hey, you got to do this. Ever. And I would have no problem. I've denounced people who have come into my life in my YouTube time and have said to me, it's this or it's that. I'm like, well, damn, I'm out. Like, good luck to you. Okay. That's how I am. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got to fix this because this shit drives me crazy. But you're right, Tinkle. She does. Nobody can put words in her mouth. I know I'm not.
You're going to know you're meeting Laura. She is a burst of energy. She came, she was wearing bright yellow and it matched her personality. There's no way, listen, is Laura crazy? Yes. She's got ADHD. I do too. Hers is worse. But it's a gift too. And she has a gift of when you're around her, her energy is infectious and it's happy and it's positive. And she makes everybody feel better. And I remember that day. She had seen her father there. I don't know, he's pushing dishes. And she screamed like, Dad. She saw her dad and her dad didn't even look in her direction. Not that he didn't want to, but he couldn't. And I got to tell you, out of all the things I've seen in my life, that's like top 5, like crazy, dramatic, traumatic type stuff. Like, I thought about that all the time afterwards. Like, I can't imagine being in that position on either end, having to go through that.
I never thought that we would see that. Like, I still remember having a reaction to it. And I was like, oh my God, like just the reaction of it. Where I come from, we respect our elderly. Now, let me just say this. Sometimes the elderly can get out of hand. Okay. I'm just going to say that. All right. But we respect our elderly. This cult doesn't respect the elderly, right? Like they just don't. They don't respect people. From what I've heard, from what I've seen, all this shit. Even if you hear about what happened with Mike Brown's mom, right? There is no respect for the elderly. There is no cultural meaning behind growing old and being able to enjoy that time, having a retirement, watching your grandchildren grow. Those are things that some of these folks that are stuck and sucked into this cult, that are elderly. I know we talk about children can't consent, but those that have some form of, like, let's just put it this, like, they can't get themselves out, right? Whatsoever. And they're sitting there and they're pushing dishes. And I'm just sitting there, and just imagine, you can't do anything about it because they're choosing to be there, right? Like, you can't, like, dad, I love you. That's not even enough to move him or mom or dad or anybody, right? So I would imagine just being there and just being like, oh my fucking, like, what do we do here? There's no respect for the elderly. Because where I come from, I mean, being a Latina, even though people like to say that I'm a different race, the man that's been attacking me also called me Ling Ling. By the way, for those that don't know, that is a slang, a derogatory slang for a lot of the Asians out there. Okay. Now I take offense to it too, because I have, I married a Polynesian, right? We have a mixed background. Okay. I respect people's cultures and people's backgrounds. Yeah, yeah. And he thought it was funny. And the people that support him think it's funny. Now, I personally don't know what to tell you other than to educate you, right? Like, when you call somebody Ling Ling, is literally like, you're offending a lot of Asians. That's what you're doing. Mhm. Mhm. People take offense to it. But hey, some of y'all think this is hilarious, it's funny. I don't. I don't. He said he thinks, I don't know. Like, he said, it was in a post. He was sharing some stupid ass hit piece video, edited video, which is what he does. Like, this is that piece. And this, the crazy part is, I never did anything to deserve any hits. Actually, a lot of people in this community didn't do anything, right? No, no joke, Sylvia. It really did. It's not funny. Literally, there's people out that it's a racial slur. That's what it is. For those that are not didn't know that, calling somebody, and typically it's because they think that there's Asian features. I'm a Mexicana, all right? I am. I'm a brown girl, okay? I'm a Latina. Yeah. So for those that don't know, they're uneducated. Yeah. That's why my Spanish is like on point. Okay. It's my first language. But hey, do what you gotta do. Oh, Mandy, I never thought he was gonna turn on crazy love is love. Mm, right? Everybody got a target. Don't You're my chat, you just might. I'm just letting you know, love. Mandy, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know. It's crazy, man. But hey, do you?
That. And I don't know how Laura dealt with that. She's been through a lot, obviously. But having gone through everything, somehow she manages to have this energy that is just infectious, and she's important to this world, without a doubt.
Mm.
I will say this, Laura. You're losing yourself. I've been watching over the last year. I'm just being hard truths right here.
And that is his opinion. I'm not like, this is where I personally feel like, that's his assessment of the situation. I can't speak for him. You know what I mean? I can't.
Ignore him. He's irrelevant.
Yep.
He's just loud.
Hold up. Let me go back a little bit because he said
Pigtails
something
and go scream at the top.
that is very important. And I think we need to understand something, right? There's a lady here. Hold up. And I think this is the People's Karen. He promotes this channel, which I didn't even know about. And I'm glad that he did. If Ahmad could drop this channel, this is the LA Audit channel. I just subscribed. Y'all go check her out. We need to get her to like 10,000 followers, because let me just say this, like, she's out here. She's not just, it's not just Scientology. She's doing public works, disability meetings, accountability meetings. She's sitting there and doing different kinds of meetings. And let me tell you, as somebody who has worked in government, the work that this woman is doing is phenomenal. I didn't know. I wish I would have known about her. I would love to get her on this channel because I worked in government, like I said, 10 years. So I understand the pushback and the red tapes and all this other stuff. Yes, I want to talk to her. I think she'd be amazing to bring on and get her work just kind of outlined, but not just on Scientology, but like, what is she doing? We're going to see a lot of shit in the next, I don't know, 4 years that we got to be ready for. We got to understand. And it's not just whether it's Trump or whoever the hell joins the fucking office, because at this point, everybody's getting, everybody's joining the office. I don't know. I'm, how y'all know how I am about politics. Okay. We need to get it together. And if she's out there sitting in those meetings and taking notes and doing what she's doing, hey, I love her and we need more people like her. Okay. We do. We do. So you guys make sure you check her out. I just dropped the link in the chat. Thank you. Now hold up. I want to get to a point that he said something here and just.
Any questions, guys?
Where you get to the questions part.
I was
okay?
going to make this a long one tonight. I was actually going to switch over to my film to please stuff. What kind of questions do we have in the chat?
All
growing
right.
up in Scientology started this division. This division started. I'll tell you again. I'll tell you when this division started.
And this the thing is, like, I found this to be interesting, right? Because I know half of you guys, I don't know if Aaron's still in the comments, and that's completely up to Aaron. My channel is not contingent upon if you're my channel, you must love Aaron. No. Because I know a lot of people that follow Aaron don't necessarily follow me. That's not how it works, right? Like, there is no conditions. Y'all support whoever the hell you want to. Support who you want to support, right? And at the end of the day, but this is what it is. I very much believe everything that William has just said here, that a lot of the reasons why the division has happened is really about money. Okay. It's about money. It's about where things have dried up for this specific person and the shit that has happened. Start paying attention, because I don't think it's a coincidence. Pay attention to the people, and there's numerous people. Okay. It's not just one person. Why is it there's like a trail of people that are behind this? Okay. Yes, Joe. And Joe, look, I know Joe. Joe doesn't like a lot of people in my chat. Joe has said it. She's been very vocal. And the people in my chat don't always like that. Joe has said it. Right? But have I ever told Joe, listen, if you don't like Aaron or Marilyn or Liz Gale, then you cannot be in this channel. When have you ever heard me say that, Joe? Never. Joe, I like you. You're always in my channel and other content. Girl, do your thing. Okay? As long as you're not here running mouth about people and you're sticking to the content, nobody gives a shit. Do what you got to do. Look, she's laughing because she knows that it's true. You know what I mean? Never. That right here on Tori. On Tori. What has Tori ever done to anybody? The lady, bless her heart, yo. I could see you, love. Shout out to you. I could see you. Okay? The lady is out there sitting and protesting. She had the little purple highlight the other day. She looks so cute, all right? She's doing her thing. How do you turn on Tori out of all the people? How out of all the people, y'all? Let me know. Somebody, literally an elderly person who is a treasure, who brings a lot to this situation. How do you turn on her? Whatever happened to Mexican long hair guy? He was here. I remember him. He was fucking awesome. Whatever happened to Denver J? I liked him too. He fucking dipped. He said this is too much. Why? And these aren't protesters that are even in LA. These are protesters that are in different states. Can y'all tell me what happened? What did they do? Yes. What did she do? Let me know. Yo. Thank you. Colorado Mountain is right. People should avoid burning a bridge while in the middle of crossing in an over a waterfall. You know, that's true. That's true. Very true. Okay. But what I say this to say this, y'all, and having an open conversation, y'all. Like, we are not always going to get along, right? Like, there's people, I don't tell anybody to go subscribe to people that don't want to be subscribed to, or go support somebody. I would never tell you to do that, right? If there are things that people have found out throughout this whole thing, maybe somebody is not for you. I'm not here to tell you that. I might not be for you, but you don't see me dragging somebody or making false statements or saying that somebody's a pedo protector. And that's the thing that I'm saying, that these accounts that have been created before this man was in this movement, they have something to say. There's something to be said about this, right? So I honestly think that people need to, I think they deserve an opportunity to speak out. And this is why I promoted one yesterday or the day before, DOS, who's openly spoken now and use his words to really show like there's some hypocrisy here, y'all. There really is. We need to point this out. And it's dangerous in a movement like this, right?
Started when Scott had his money cut off by 86 GOP.
Money.
Again, I found out before he did that he had his money cut off. Hours later, Scott went on a rampage and started saying 86 GOP is a plan. Day before, he wasn't saying any of that. He was like, yo, give me that money. Give me that money. But when
and I've never even met this 86 GOP, but I like nothing. So I have no idea what. I remember when all of this was going down, but I remember people feeling some type of way about this whole situation, right? Like feeling that they needed to do something about this. Like, just okay.
his ass got fired by 86 GOP, then he became a plan. See, everything's transactional with Scott into a point.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you do for me? And then can you keep on doing for me and keep on doing? And the minute there's any sort of deviation from that, then it's bad actor. And I made a few mistakes in the past. I said, like, he's a very bright guy. He's not a very bright guy.
No,
he's not a very bright guy. So he's going through a crisis right now. He's having his crash out. He's bringing nothing but division. He is dividing way more than ZDT. Sooner or later, he's going to get a ZDT check. And maybe Osa will start paying him off and stuff.
Oh, Lord have mercy. See, and I believe that guy has talked about me and never once made a video. I don't have a what's the word? I don't have a dog. Well, I don't know him, and I've heard so much about him. Let me see.
But this guy's worse. It's time to go. And you talk about, oh well, the streets canceling that. Listen, everybody's done with you. You called everybody a bad actor. Who do you have left? Who do you have left? Where does this go? And I gotta tell you, you complain about how much work other people put in with protesting. Not everybody people have to work. People have to have jobs, Scott, where they're not just sitting in a van in front of Scientology asking for donations. They're not. They have to go to work. What you're doing right now, there isn't a retirement plan for that.
No.
What you're doing right now, I don't know where. There's not a 401k plan or 403b or anything like that. There's no pension with what you're doing. Other people have to go ahead and act like adults, do adult things, can't sit around, put their hair in pigtails, and go scream at the top of their lungs at some old lady having a lunch, and then say, like, I'd protest and slap yourself up with some wheat paste and go hug the poles and put in pictures, your art tech up,
Exactly.
Because that's the most important thing. This, plastering poles, that's going to get it done. People have to go to work. I don't know if you know what that's like. They don't have the amount of free time that you have. Yeah. Audit LA shows that activism doesn't require yelling or getting arrested to be effective. Exactly. She goes in there and she, when you go into a council meeting with her and stuff, everybody in there loves her.
That's
She's got a ton of
amazing.
respect on all sides.
This is what we need, right? Like, here's somebody, and I know literally no one was somebody too that was like out there writing letters when this whole situation with Child USA was happening. He was out there doing that. I still remember when he got the footage of Marcy Hamilton. Marcy Hamilton got into her little car right away and drove off because she wasn't hearing it whatsoever.
But man, she can do things in a way that kind of hit like a dagger with the biggest smile on your face, on her face and yours. But she's a pain to ask because she's relentless. Because everything you're doing when you do these types of fights, when you're going against big institutions, whether it's city government,
Absolutely.
or, Church of Scientology, is patience. It takes patience, but you have to keep on applying the pressure every step of the way. Let them know you're going to keep on coming back. And you're going to keep on coming back. You're going to keep on asking questions. You're going to start severing those ties. Again, there was a time when police would come nonstop to the Scientologist aid. They don't really do that anymore.
It's interesting.
What other questions we have open here?
One of the questions I had, and I think that is literally, I know Marilyn isn't literally no one like the best, completely the best, okay? One of the questions that I had, and I had it in the chat and I was posting it, and I said, why is it? And if anybody can answer this to me, I would be really appreciated. And I haven't looked at the super chats. I'll look here in the super chats in a minute, okay, y'all? But I want to know, why is it that anybody that speaks out or like promote, I guess I'm trying to understand when he says he tries to equal people to pedo protectors. Now hold up, let me see if I can pull. Hold up. Let me see. Somebody send me. I was going back to my emails because I said, I know I have a lot of emails on this topic. I know that I was shoved into a pedo protector thing. And I said, I don't even know what is going on. SPTV. Let me see if I could pull it. Hold up, y'all. Because this was literally, who was it? It's been it's been quite some time, and I don't even remember half of the emails that I have. Hold up, y'all. I know it was a protest. I remember this specifically. Damn it. But anyways, so they put my name in this like protest, like I'm part of the pedo protectors. I said the pedo, what? I was so confused because I said I didn't even do anything. I don't even know. So why is it that when you're asking questions, as he likes to say, just asking questions? Here's my question of me asking questions because I'm really asking questions. I just have a lot of questions. My question is why is it that some of us are pedo protectors when we're pushing back on the things that don't make sense? Or why is it that if we don't agree with something, we are a pedo protector? Just asking questions. I want to know. Do y'all want to know? Like, I want to know. Do anybody have a question about? Because I have questions. I mean, and like Will said, if you're asking questions and you're not accepting the answer, or if you're not wanting to hear the answer, then in bad faith, you're doing it in bad faith, right? I'm asking a question because I want to know. Let me know. I'm asking questions, y'all. I'm asking questions. He has questions but doesn't want the answers unless he's making them. I want to know. I have many questions. Jay McCarthy, by the way, shout out to you, love. I did get your email, okay? That's what I want to know. Why is it that if we push back and we don't, like, we're pedo protectors? I'm responding because I've been attacked. I have questions. Why can I want to know. Why is it that if I don't agree with you or if I don't denounce Aaron Smith-Levin, Aaron, I'm a pedo protector? I have questions. Let me know. If you don't like the answer, then why it's wrong. That's what I want to know. Thank you. So that was my question in William's chat. I said, hey, no, and let me just say this. I apologize because you were one of the accounts that I blocked. I said, no, Linda, don't come over here, right? I remember. I said, hey, let me block this. I need to know why, because now I have a lot of questions about this, okay? Why is it, and if you've been following this guy for 4 years, why is it that I am a pedo protector because I don't do what he says that I need to do? And if I'm a pedo protector, who's the pedo? Who am I protecting? Right, Kim. You said you chased this guy for 4 years, spreading the word, protecting people from him. I was hated by this community. And you were. I mean, I didn't know you. I just blocked you. I said, "Oh God, I don't want," because this is what happens, and it's I don't know, but I do want to know, like, what is this? Like, now I'm curious. Who are the pedos? And I mean, were pedos protected in that? Dad Nat, were pedos protected in that community? Then I heard that some QAnon person died, and they killed somebody, and somebody died, and and I'm just like, listen, I don't have that much time to be going into down that many rabbit holes, but I just want to know, where does the pedo protector narrative come? Because that was my question in William Good's chat, and I didn't expect him to answer it, but I did have this question, like, what does that mean? Let me know. You've been trolling him for 4. Well, okay, Kay, can y'all explain this to me? I just want to know why I've been called the pedo protector. But where did this come from? Were there pedos in the community and were pedos protected? Like, I just want to know. If anybody can answer that, that'd be amazing. Let me know. Let me know. Look at this person. Oh my God, are people serious calling him a pedo now? Seriously, this is getting out of hand. Who called him a pedo? Who called him a pedo? Clean the fuck out of your ears. Who called him a pedo? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, Rabbit. The bullhorn is a bully. No pedos were protected. The only one protected was his friends. Is it Geyer or Gayer, who was on the RSO list? Now, Dadnat, has he been diagnosed? Because I don't want you know me. People be throwing diagnoses like they're candy. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't be doing that. So is that like it's confirmed that he's been diagnosed? Because I don't want to be diagnosing. You know what I mean? Maybe it's an opinion, Dadnat. That's where I differ a lot, because I know how important diagnoses are. You know what I mean? Linzer, let me know. Yes, that's why I'm very careful, Mandy, because I know I got a lot of folks that are, bipolar, but that's why I got to be very careful. And I respect the people who follow someone on earth to warm, like what? Okay, y'all got to misspell the words. Hey, y'all drop some hearts for my mods, because they've been working overtime, y'all. They really have been.
Going away for sure. Yeah. No, I mean, what are we talking? He made it so people didn't want to come out here.
Right.
Talking about, I need to have new people come out here.
Oh. Okay. His mother, you said his mother told several of his female victims that he is and refuses to take his meds because he is self-medicating with street drugs. Damn. Wow. What? All right. Allegedly, this is what's being said. He's your dad, like your biological father, and he had to get involved to get the bullhorn guy to stop stalking me. I'm sorry. Wow. You've been confused because you came in here saying too much. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. That took a turn. Yeah.
Here, there's 10 million people in the county of LA. Why do you have to bring new people in? What are we doing here? People here. Why have you scared everybody away? Nobody should be scared of this guy anymore. Guys.
Nobody should be scared of this guy anymore. You know how many people reached out to me and said, hey, be careful. Hey, be careful. Hey, be careful. You're a target now. Be careful. You know how many emails I got? People have said that I should be careful, that I need to like do different things to protect myself. I've never heard it out of anybody that I have covered or I've talked about, or and I haven't really even covered him like that. You know how many people have warned me to be careful, that I need to be careful, that I just to watch out for myself, that my life might be at risk. That's the information that I've gotten on my email. Many. Kind of like interesting. Like I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know it was like that. And so when I heard it, I've gotten a lot of different things. His mother shared that information with the lady that had an RO against the jerk for filming her children. The mother told her that he would not go to jail. I didn't know that. You can call Becky and all others he went after. I stood up for them too. I have a full channel. I didn't know that. But I have received a lot of communication that I need to be careful, and those that have been attacked. And so here's my deal. Okay, I'm gonna say this publicly. All right. With the amount of emails that I have received about how careful I need to be, if something happens to me or my family, let it be very clear who is in my inbox telling me who I need to be careful of. I've been attacked in different ways, but this one right here takes the cake for sure. Okay. If something happens to me or my family, y'all need to know what the fuck. Let this video live out for that. Okay. Let this video live out. That's weird. I didn't even know that. I'm let it be public. Okay? Got it? Because I shouldn't have to be scared to do content. Nobody should have to be scared to do content. Can somebody drop Dad Nat's channel link in the chat, please, and thank you. Nobody. I shouldn't have to be scared to do content whatsoever. I'm here. I'm a YouTuber. I've never done anything to this man. Let it be very well known. I have never done anything to that man. Okay? Let it be well known. But if something happens, I'm gonna make sure I document it. Okay? Thank you for that. Period, point blank. I want nothing. His name, all of that shit is blocked in my channel. And moving forward, I've said what I've said, and I will talk about what I want to talk about. Okay. I find this to be very interesting. Guys, make sure you guys check out William. I said what I said with that. Let me shout out some folks, okay? Mar, thank you for the $4.99. As a Mexican being confused for Asian, a lot of times I get you. Thank you so much for the $4.99, Mar. Yeah, I get confused as an Asian all the time. I really do. It does happen. But even that, like, you know, a lot of Mexicans, they have a lot, features that and people get this all the time. So I definitely get it all the time. Abusive Scientology, thank you so much for the $2. True advocates don't attack and bully survivors. Period. Thank you so much for the 199, Mar, and thank you. It's just it's been in my heavy in my heart, and like last night, literally watching William's video, I said, "Oh my god, like where are we at? Where are we at with this shit?" William is a whistleblower and an amazing man, also hot, but even hotter because yo, um, he's oh my god, Tinkle Tits. Y'all screenshot this for William because Tinkle Tits. Thank you so much for the 1999 Tinkle Tits, but that's crazy. Shout out to Tinkle Tits. Okay, Finji says his chatters and Brig have been making accounts of me with my real name and harass me. I'm sorry, Finji. I'm sorry that happened. Wow. I don't understand it. I don't understand why. And I don't do mod wars, so I'm not gonna participate in that shit. Y'all can do whatever the hell you want. But I just want it to be known because there have been many people that have contacted me about this character. I'm a mod and I'm an SP. I was doxxed by Scientology back during the project Chinology, but in the past 3 months, I've dropped off. I'm out of energy. Tinkle Tits, thank you for the 999. Tinkle Tits has a lot of amazing stories and information about his experience. Y'all should check out Tinkle Tits too. Thank you, Tinkle Tits. Bridget, thank you for being a member for 15 months. You are amazing. Thank you for supporting my channel. Wim, Emily, and hold up, Julia and Wim again. Thank you guys for gifting. Wander Lisa, thank you so much for becoming a member. Let me drop some hearts for you guys. If you've been blessed, please put some hearts in the chat for these people. Thank you. I don't know how many hearts I can drop. I'm trying to put in there. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Who did I miss? I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm still like recuperating. Yeah, off topic. Free Wendy Williams. Absolutely. Shout out to Wendy Williams. Thank you. No one should be afraid of the guy. Drop me a comment and I will become your guardian. Thank you, Dad Nat. Thank you. All we can do is bring awareness to this. But other than that, I just want to say, I want to thank everybody here. Regardless of what comes out of this, regardless of what I've said, and people like me or not, that's okay. Like, we don't always have to like each other. That is fine. I'm going to do what I have to do. Absolutely, Brandon. Absolutely. That's all it was. That's all it is. Period, point blank. Shout out to Brandon. That's all it was. It's divided people. And it's all who makes money at the end of the day. He does. Because it's not the people that are responding. I know I don't respond. I know this is like the second video I've ever made responding. So I know that it's not just like, this is money for him to sustain his YouTube. Because honestly, with the protesting, it's just not happening. Okay. He's not getting that traction anymore. He just, because he's not cutting it that way anymore. And he doesn't have a lot of supporters, especially when you say you're going to bullhorn the Jane Doe out of a movement that you basically push and created. You lost the plot. You missed the bus. You lost the Uber. You did. Juanita Banana, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. Rena, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Shout out to you. Yes. And y'all, I still have to go. I got to go. Listen, I'm still draining my nose. Shout out to William. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all are amazing. We don't have to agree with each other. Okay? We don't. I appreciate it. And Capricious Caroline, I want you to know, this is not me attacking. I love Nora. I completely do. I didn't necessarily, my feelings were hurt. And I think my hope is that whatever journey she takes in this, it is something that helps her in whatever way. And I don't know, like, I'm just, it sucks to be in the middle of it, but because I respect her, I understand. And that's why I'm not going to let anybody trash her in my chat, even though I didn't like the way any of that was handled, because it was direct attacks. It led to nothing but myself and other females in the community being attacked. And I know that that's not what she wanted, because I know that she doesn't stand for that. I know she doesn't, but that's just me. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys have a great one. Bye, guys. Bye.